motherfuckers get on the fucking floor! Get on the motherfucking floor! Give me all your motherfucking don't money, move, nigga! Motherfucking jewelry! Give me every fucking thing, nigga, I'll shut the fuck up!
It's probably my favorite level in the entire game, or one of my favorites. And it's only because of the fact that Silent Assassin is a thing that exists. The fact that the Silent Assassin mod exists makes this level not complete bogus. Ooh. Oh, I don't like the reticule on this gun at all. I want to change that at some point. Yeah, that's really terrible.
Watch out, guys.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. Jeez, what the hell? I thought I changed it. I actually really don't like it. I'm gonna have to... This is, again, this is probably my favorite level in the whole game. And it's only because of the Silent Assassin mod. I hate spawning over here. I love spawning over there. Again, if it weren't for Silent Assassin, I'd have to take that schmuck's pager. There should be at least two more. Okay. Well, that was
My bad.
That was bad.
I just,
But whatever.
some hair gel. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, I gotta handle that. Yeah, there's a nicer reticule. Okay. Gotta bag this guy. Because he can absolutely be seen from some guy up there. And I don't know who else takes these stairs. Oh, excuse me. And that's a guy.
On the ground!
Yeah, it's totally okay.
Stay still!
Maybe I could, if I'm fast enough.
Alright.
Okay, that guy is not liable to see this. Or not likely to see this. There we go. I don't like that. I want him right in the middle here. That's a bit better. Just a little. Okay, so this is the train robbery, and we're gonna steal a turret. It's a very familiar looking turret. If you've played another game, you'll see exactly what it is when we get to it. But we gotta handle these guys first. So let's go ahead and do that. Stick that guy in here. We will clear out the entire level basically, and make it so that we can roam around freely with no problem. I like the feel of this level, you know. I mean, I think the level is designed nicely, and it's not too bad getting around. At least it ain't too bad with this mod on. There's 7 guards left. Can you believe that? If I'm fast enough. That was my last bag. Alright, there are 6 more. And they're just above and below this bridge. I know there's gotta be guys up here too. They go up and down from there. Played this enough times to really know how this goes. I would like to avoid whacking civilians for this one, although sometimes it's almost unavoidable. Whoop. Okay, well that was fine. And if I'm lucky, I can get this guy right over here, wherever the hell he is. Okay, that was fine. And now, there, and I've got 1 bag. Okay. Oh, am I really out of body bag cases? Yeah, I just don't even realize how much I... Okay, well, this is the one that I preset. There's 2, so I can take 2 from here, and then there will be 1 more for later. So that's exactly 4 bags, and there's 4 guards left. The guards that are up here standing, but not below the bridge, I will try to not bag, because it makes sense to me. Well, just a moment.
Come with me.
I don't know what's...
Come with me. Move it.
Okay. That's gonna have to work. Oh, Jesus. Okay, come in here. And now I can do this. I didn't want him to panic outside of this little building here, because then somebody would see him do that. And I'm just not ready for that. Okay, that's good enough for now. I think this area here is done. We're good. In terms of civilians, they might walk here. I got the 3 bags. That's a civilian, and he's walking this way. Civilians are very easy to handle when there are no guards left. 3 bags. What the hell did I just... That 4... Right. I can only hold 3. This is a very tricky thing. That was a almost pager, and I don't think he could be seen from up here.
On the ground.
I would have loved to get him right here. I've done it before. I've tied up dudes right in that spot, hidden, and that's pretty good to get him there. So there are 3, and if I recall correctly, I killed 1 guy. Oh, so there are 2 below this bridge. That's all the guards, and there are no more civilians either. So instead of... I won't bag them right now. To be honest, I really don't need to bag them at all. But this is when we start applying all of these. What was I saying before? Yeah, so I just like the look of this level. It kind of reminds me of, if you ever watch Breaking Bad, there is that one scene with the train robbery, which is very different from how this one is playing out. But I just love train robberies. Not in real life, but just in fiction, the idea of a train robbery is just kind of classic to me. You don't see that very often, I think. Again, I only really need to do one side, but I like having both sides open because then it allows me more mobility. I have this key card, but I don't want to use it on like the wrong one, and these are almost done anyways. I suppose I could probably... Yeah, you see what I mean? How useless that is? So one of these has the turret, and then the other one's got shells in them. This back one, let me check it out. So, railcar 3, this is 3. You gotta toggle through the cameras ones that allow you to do so. So it's either this one or the other.
We can sell those shells if you can carry them out. Focus on the turret.
Yep.
One high-tech, high-value piece of military badass.
Nice. So that's gonna do its thing, and basically we just wait. That's all this is. I suppose for... You know, it's very easy to like fall from like here to here. Just a little more than that, and then suddenly you die, which is the stupidest thing on planet Earth. Fall damage is kind of a joke sometimes. I remember I was playing this and I got really far, and I already threw the turret parts in, I got a lot of the shells, and I was just doing the last bit, whatever was towards the end before escaping, and then I just hopped off down here from like, I think maybe this rock, and then I died. And that was pretty annoying. So I played something else after that. I can't imagine doing this without Silent Assassin. I mean, I can, but it's just not a good image. The way they did stealth in this game, Starbreeze, Overkill, whoever the hell developed this, not just published it, but made it, they did a great job with their stealth in some ways, and then in others, particularly with how pagers work, they don't. They didn't do well. It makes no sense to kill somebody. It's completely silenced, not be caught, nobody knows about it. And then suddenly, and then you have to answer a call without letting go of F or whatever the button is on console. I think it's like Y or the right bumper or something. But yeah, it's probably one of the bumpers. But because I used to play this on the Xbox 360, which was fun. It was incredible for me. It blew my mind when I first played it. And then when I realized that there wasn't a whole lot of, like, there was a lot to do, but it was all unorganized, and there just wasn't I didn't get that understanding that I have of it now. It wasn't as good as this is. And again, I don't know if I said this before in the last video I played this game in, with that boat heist, or not, but they basically completely abandoned the console versions until that next generation of consoles came out with the Xbox 3, also known as the Xbox One, and the PS4. But still, even when they were updating those, giving it the downloadable things, all the content that was being added on into the game, paid or free or whatever, or just basic updates in general that make the game less broken than it used to be when it first came out, yeah, they really were behind on schedule, and PC was just ahead of the curve because that's what they gave a hell about. And it's fine to, you know, treat a platform with that, you know, level of respect, but a lot of people got cheated out of their money, in my personal opinion. At least they could have updated, fixed all the stuff that didn't go so well on the 360 and PS3 before deciding to not update it anymore and just stay with the next generation of stuff plus PC. But they didn't even do that. So yeah, that's the end of the turret pieces. I gotta throw those in. This thing, I can't imagine using this without Silent Assassin again, because what, are they just gonna look at it like everybody and then I gotta go handle that? Or maybe not, maybe that's not how it works. But there are just things in levels that just don't make sense without there being some sort of change, you know? Payday 3 is supposed to be like in production, according to like all the video game articles. I don't know if it was IGN or Kotaku or what, but after they released Raid World War II and The Walking Dead video games, they lost a lot of money, like a lot of money, and that wasn't so good for them. And so apparently there were layoffs or whatever, and that has slowed down the process of making the third game, which hopefully isn't a toxic process for the developers. Hopefully they're all getting treated right. There's no... Hopefully there's less stress and more actual fun developing, like they're happy about working on it, and it's not a chore. Because if it is, then it's definitely it will show when the game comes out. Oh jeez, you see what I mean? It's just easy to kill yourself by accident. It's a fun level to do on, you know, multiplayer too, but a lot of people screw it up. A lot of the free-to-play people, and then a lot of them do learn too, and then they figure it out. But I figure this is a lot better to do by myself for now. It's not a bad level, and it's not a bad game. I don't mean to rail on it as much as I am. It's just okay, so that's one done. But no, I love this game. I've got like hundreds of hours plugged into it. Some people got like thousands, you know? It's just one of those games. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead, you know? You put it in, you play with 3 other people, or you play by yourself, and you just take a shot at the level. It's fun. Oops. But it's not without its faults, that's all. Oh, I didn't say it, but that turret is from Team Fortress 2. Valve basically allowed them to do that. The exact turret that the engineer uses, which is pretty nice. Valve and the people who made this game have, I don't know, collaborated, or Valve gave them the permission a couple times to do some stuff, one of which was this turret, right from Team Fortress 2, and the No Mercy level, the hospital level, that is ripped right out of, oh, what the hell am I doing? Okay, No Mercy, the hospital at the end of the first campaign of Left 4 Dead, is a level in Payday, the Heist, and Payday 2, where basically you just rob the hospital, which was nice. It's like you gotta rob, or you gotta get some blood samples from a patient, something like that. So I take it there's cameras in this, but I don't know who's looking for them. Oh, well, it's the cameras for this thing here. It's easy to miss some of these, but the difficulty setting requires all of it, so I don't really see a point in doing normal stealth. It's all at the same level. I mean, the difficulty settings apply to just how tough the enemies are if you're going loud, and how hard they hit you. So if you're doing stealth, you're gonna want to yank it up all the way on the settings as much as you can. I know, like, I don't know if it's like the last two difficulty settings or just the last one. At some point you hit a point where you can't do it until you go past Infamy level 1, maybe. But, yeah. It's also a good game if you like throwing bags. If you like throwing bags, and there's a game for you. The turrets were in here, so it looks like I'm not even using this. That's okay. Jeez. I like it a lot better when the thing is over there. And I like it when the shell's over there, because then I could just send 100 of them down that way. What the hell am I doing? I'm gonna have to do this garbage again. There's a lot of loot too, if you manage to do this even without Sound Assassin, if you play it on console, which, if you do, I mean, Godspeed. I played on the 360, then I got on the Xbox One for some reason, and then I couldn't even take it on there, so I got this game on a very cruddy laptop. Like, it was like my second laptop ever, and yanked all the settings to low, and I thought it was better than having it to the slightly nicer looking version that I had on consoles, because of the controls, just keyboard and mouse. I mean, even before I modded it with pulling back on the field of view so I could actually see what's going on, and Sound Assassin and all that, just playing it normally on PC, it was just better. I've got an uncle who was telling me how he prefers first-person shooters on PC, and at the time I never really played on PC, and it just makes a lot of sense looking back on what he said now that I play this on PC, or just first-person shooters in general on PC, because it's just like clicking on a desktop, you know, you can just kind of get them. Shooters on consoles aren't so bad. I mean, I played Doom, not the new one, on the Xbox One, and that was fun, and I played the old Call of Duties back when, you know, they weren't complete copy and paste games, but there's a lot of bags, man. Try doing this without having everybody dead or tied up already, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it would be a lot slower. This is like the fast way to do it. It's the way to do it without wanting to blow your brains out. Okay. In the meantime, I got Rainbow Six Siege downloading. Got it for $5 just to play it with some friends. And I got, because it's the Steam sale, so I got that game, and I got Resident Evil 2, the HD remaster, which looks incredible. I loved Resident Evil 7, and I didn't finish it. I got caught up in something, but I got up to the spider lady, or, well, the woman, the old one. And, I gotta restart from the beginning, because I don't remember, like, the important plot points. And that's it. Good stuff. that's the level. Again, so this was the train. You just gotta open up both sides and take care of the guards and the civilians. Just, yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, pretty good. So 14.7 million in the offshore, and then that in spending. That's fine. What the hell is this gonna be? Something I have already? Yeah, something I have already. Yeah, and that's basically it. Yep, and then this is, I basically never switch from this one because I just want the stamina to go up all the time. But yeah, it's a good game, good level, one of my favorite levels. That's it, you saw the whole thing. Thanks for watching, have a good one.
Yeah. Motherfuckers better know. My bad.